Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Sage's Antique Ukulele Swing Radio Hour. Make yourself at home, pull up a chair, pull up a cup of tea or your favorite beverage, and let's relax together a little bit. Once again, if you're watching the YouTube version, I have little ukulele headstock ears. I'm trying to avoid having little ukulele headstock ears, but it seems as though I just might end up having them over the course of the show. At any rate, what I wanted to do to kick off the show today is to invite you to a live stream concert in my home. So if you head to patreon.com/Sage Harrington, you can grab your ticket for a live stream concert that I will be hosting on Saturday, May 24th. Grab your ticket at my Patreon. I'm so excited about this set. It is a beautiful little set of old-timey jazz feeling numbers, full of really beautiful songs, some covers, and then also featuring a lot of my original music that I am so excited to share with you. So get your ticket at patreon.com/Sage Harrington. I would love to see you there. And then today for rehearsal, the usual first segment of the show, I have an Irving Berlin tune called He Ain't Got Rhythm from 1936. Well, he ain't got rhythm. Every night he sits in the house alone 'cause he ain't got rhythm. Every night he sits there and wears a frown. He attracted some attention when he found the fourth dimension, but he ain't got rhythm. No one's with him, the loneliest man in town. What a lonely man is he, bending over his books. His wife and family keep giving him the dirty looks 'cause he ain't got rhythm. When they call him up, it's to call him down. In the month of January, he compiled a dictionary, but he ain't got rhythm. No one's with him, the loneliest man in town. What a lonely man is he, bending over his books. His wife and family keep giving him the dirty looks 'cause he ain't got rhythm. When they call him up, it's to call him down. With a daring aviator, he encircled the equator, but he ain't got rhythm. No one's with him, the loneliest man in town, but he ain't got rhythm, so no one's with him, the loneliest man in town. I'm checking out some of my levels here. Some of them might be a little hot. That tune, I love that tune. That tune's got a vibe. And then this ukulele also gets pretty loud. So my apologies if there are some areas where it peaked out. My apologies. Okay. He ain't got rhythm. Dang, that one's fun. I like that one so much. Ooh, I love it. It's got such a good vibe. It's like medicine for my soul. Okay. The next one. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm also scared. It's usually true that for this segment of the show, for every single episode of this podcast that I've done so far, all 5 of them, including this one, that the songs that I pick for rehearsal scare me. And that's also true of this one. There are many chords. Many chords. This is a special request made by my friend Meredith Wilder. Put that name into YouTube and see all the beautiful music that comes up. Meredith Wilder, Wildwood, also very good for searching. WILDEWOOD. As a side note, go to beautifulwilliam.bandcamp.com. I'll link to all of these in the show notes. Beautiful William is the duo that I had with my friend Meredith Wilder. Yeah, and so Meredith also requested that I do this song. She is a beautiful singer, a beautiful human, and a wonderful friend. And I am so excited to play this song for her. I also played this at her wedding. It's a wink and a smile, popularized by Harry Connick Jr. One of those tunes written in an old-timey sort of style. Written in the style of a Great American Songbook tune, but I'm fairly sure it was written in the 90s by, my sources tell me, Shaman and McLean. I'm not exactly sure who they are. I did not research them. Excuse me while I take my sip of water, and then we will begin. A wink and a smile. I remember the days of just keeping time, of hanging around in sleepy towns forever. Back roads empty for miles. Well, you can't have a dream and cut it to fit, but when I saw you, I knew we'd go together. Like a wink and a smile. Leave your old jalopy by the railroad track. We'll get a hip double-dick tip-tappy to see Pontiacs. You can rev her up, don't go slow. It's only green lights and alright, we go together. Like a wink and a smile. light in your eyes. You're so far away from yesterday. Together, like a wink and a smile. We go together like a wink and a smile. Like a wink and a smile. I really like that song. I really like the person who requested it. Thank you for requesting that. That was a joy to pull that one out again. And yeah, it was fun. Ending didn't go exactly as planned, but oh well. Hey, so this time for the main segment of the show, I wanted to talk about my hot jazz resources. I wanted to share a couple of my favorite resources for digging up old jazz tunes, digging up the chords, for putting charts together, this kind of thing. Because people ask me every once in a while, where do you find these great old songs? And I've been meaning to put together some resources that I use regularly in order to do my little researches. my little schemes. Okay, so the first one that I wanted to mention is a paid app. When I bought it, it must have been somewhere around $20. So not a huge investment for me. Or not that big of an expense in my mind, at least from my perspective. And it is such a useful tool. As a teacher, I use iReal Pro. Have I said the name of it yet? This is not sponsored, by the way. iReal Pro, if you want to sponsor me, I'm here. I'm so ready. For example, this chart. Look at this. This is my iPad. And this is iReal Pro. This is where I build all of my charts. I love a chart that is in this style. I love it. I love like, I'm not even sure what to call this style of chart. Basically, you have 4 bars per line. This works so well for my brain. I love looking at, in French, it's called a grille. And I don't actually know if there's an equivalent English word. So if you know the word, it's just like the chords laid out all nice and in a grid, basically. I almost have to look at the chords that way in order to read them. I know maybe this is true for a lot of musicians. I could imagine it's true for like a lot of bass players, for example, like jazz bassists who are coming into a session. It's just really easy to read. It's really easy to look away from the chart and then look back at the chart and then know where you are. I love it so much. And of course, you don't need iReal Pro to make charts that look like that. It's just really convenient. You can create playlists. I have like playlists. You can add in. I have playlists for like the classes that I teach. I have playlists for shows that I'm going to be doing. I have a playlist for the rehearsal segment of my podcast. So it's really easy to organize the charts. And then what's even better is that there's basically like a ginormous community resource situation. I'm not sure if it's viewable if you don't have the app. It's possible that you could just like access all the charts. But this one, for example, a wink and a smile, somebody put this together. And then all I had to do was pull it up. I actually did edit it a little bit just to make it more readable for my own brain. But it just makes learning songs so easy and so accessible. I love it so much. Oh, this is what I use it for all the time. All the time. So like I build charts with it. I search for charts. I grab them. There's like people have uploaded a million different versions. I go through them. I look at a number of them and I'm like, which one do I like the most? I'm going to go with this one. And then I use the transposition tool to find my perfect key. So easy. It's so easy. Kids these days, they don't even know how easy they have it. And by kids these days, I mean me. Because when I first started out learning all of this stuff, I mean, of course, I learned how to transpose with my brains, with a piece of paper. But, okay. So I'm in the key of G major. I tap this. Can I do this? I just like transpose. Look, now it's an A, which honestly may have been the key that I should have learned this in instead of G. Because there's a point at which this song requires a huge vocal range, and there's definitely a point at which it just bottomed out for me. Anyway, it's a great way to learn a crap load of tunes, honestly. I love it. It is the best $20 I have probably ever spent. Again, iReal Pro. If you want this to become some kind of official love fest relationship, my email inbox is open to you. sage@ukuleleswingschool.com. You're invited in to my email inbox. Okay. iReal Pro, 10 out of 10. Would buy again. I actually... The reason I have this iPad is so that I can use iReal Pro on it. That's the only reason that Apple got my money, is because I wanted to use this one app on it. And now it's like, look, I can carry around 10 fake books in my iPad. Or the equivalent of, I don't know, the whole internet's worth of fake books. This wasn't on my list, but since I just mentioned fake books, I will mention fake books. So, growing up in the 90s with a dad who's a bass player and a trombonist, a bass player in a jazz context, gigging around in various jazz combos, fake books were a part of my physical fake books. Thick. Fake books full of jazz tunes. And now you can they're just on the internet, y'all. They're just on the internet. Melodies, lyrics, chords, everything is just right there for you. I think back to, this is like when I was your age. When I think back to the 2010s, when I, for example, like 2010, I started learning violin again as an adult. And just thinking back to the amount of resources that were online then versus now, it's like, there's just so much good stuff available online. So this is my recommendation. You have a tune you want to learn. There's a site that I can't remember. It's like Seventh String or something. I'll put the link in the description below. It's like an index of all the songs that are in most of the published fake books. So you put the title of your song into this index. It will tell you which fake book or fake books it appears in. Then you just take your little cell phone over to the Internet Archive or somewhere, and then you find your fake book. I'm just like writing down a note, Seventh String. That may or may not be the name of the resource, but again, I'll link to it down there in the description. Okay. This leads very nicely into the Internet Archive. Wow. I love the Internet Archive for so many reasons. Like I just mentioned, you can find fake books there. Oh, I love it so much. I love having a fake book. I love having the chords laid out for me super clearly. I love having melodies laid out for me super clearly. I love having the lyrics there. It's just like a gift. It's just a gift. Go to the Internet Archive, find fake books, find copies of antique sheet music. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, I love it so much. Find audio recordings. There is a wealth of information on the internet in general, but also on the Internet Archive. I love it there so much. There's 2 more websites that I wanted to give a special, excuse me, I just bumped my ukulele. 2 other websites that are very helpful in the research phases. So let's say I've found a song and I want to find other versions of the same song, which can be very useful in finding artists that are new to me. That I just might fall in love with them. So I go to Discogs, like short for discography, Discogs, I think .com, or it might be org, maybe it's com. And this just gives information about specific recordings. So if I'm looking for information on when a specific recording was recorded, I'll go to Discogs and get more in-depth information about a specific tune that I perhaps found on YouTube. This is because I like to know when things were recorded sometimes. The other place that's really good to find like version. Sorry, I'm like getting a little bit confused because I wished I had mentioned secondhand songs first. Basically, I use secondhandsongs.com. All of these links are down below. I use secondhand songs to find different versions of the same tune because I love seeing the different ways that people have interpreted the same songs over time. For example, songs stylistically recorded in the 1920s oftentimes, sound extremely stylistically different than songs that were recorded just 10 years later or 20 years later in the 40s. So I love getting this like overview of the evolution of the style because oftentimes you'll get this very like square, rigid, almost like very like Victorian almost style in the early 20s, and then you get like more of a jazz swing influence coming in. Not even that much longer in some cases. So Secondhand Songs is a great resource to just get a quick overview of who else has recorded this particular song that I am looking at. And this is what I was saying earlier, is that this is a nice way that I like to basically discover artists that are new to me so that I can fall in love with them. The last thing I wanted to mention is something that I came across just very recently. i78s.org. It's basically like an MP3 streaming player for recordings that were taken from 78 Shellac records. It is an amazing resource. There's a lot of fairly wide variety of genres and styles and tunes available there. It's like pretty cool in there. You can just like search for a search term, find something super nice, create a little playlist. Then I don't know, wash your dishes while you listen to some cool old records that were recorded 100 years ago, just in the way that you do. Okay, on that note, let's move to the next segment, Radio Shellac, where I share yet another tune that I will recommend that you listen to. This time it is Billie Holiday's version of He Ain't Got Rhythm, making a callback to almost 30 minutes ago at the beginning of the show where I sang a version of this tune. Billie Holiday, wow. Ooh. So much love. And also, like, so much pain. Oh, I just love her. So good. I have a link in the description for the Spotify playlist where you can listen to that song, He Ain't Got Rhythm by Billie Holiday, and many, many others. I hope you enjoy. Next segment, an Immigrant's Corner or Tale. Immigrant's Corner and Immigrant's Tale. I think that's more poetic. Okay. Earlier this week, I went to a yoga class in my town here in France. And I'm a person who has done 3 different Iyengar yoga teacher training programs. I started studying yoga in 2015. Oh, that was 10 years ago. How sweet. And I got really into it. And I taught for a little while. And then I taught my last class in 2019. I haven't taught again since then. And I also went to my last in-person yoga class in 2019. And then, of course, with the pandemic, I did some studying with people online, but not super regularly. And then I've had my own yoga practice on and off. But it was really lovely to go take a yoga class in a style, Iyengar yoga, that I'm familiar with. I'm certified to teach Iyengar yoga. Not that I've done that for 6 years at this point, but it just felt like this really sweet combination of something that's like really familiar, because the style of yoga is really familiar to me. But then also, I had never taken a yoga class in French before, so there was lots that was unfamiliar. And of course, it was like a new location for me to be in. And my arms are still sore. It was a delight. 10 out of 10. Would recommend taking an Iyengar yoga class in French. I love it. Another story I wanted to tell is that I've been making sandwiches. I've been making sandwiches the past couple days with baguette. I go to the bakery, I get une baguette tradition, which is like the kind that cracks. when you the crust is real crusty. And then I don't know. It's my first sandwiches that I've made since the weather indicates sandwiches. I have really been enjoying them. I used a little bit of mayonnaise. I used a little bit of the mustard, the grainy mustard, the whole grain mustard, the kind that has like the whole grains of like brown and yellow. They're so beautiful. Oh, I got a jar. I'm like so excited. I got a jar of those little cornichons, those little, like tiny pickles, the little baby pickles with the little baby onions. That was on there. There was some dinde, the turkey. What else did I put on there? Put cucumbers on there. Anyway, sandwiches. Sandwiches on baguette. 10 out of 10 recommend. Come on over. I'll make one for you. Okay. Let's close out the show. There are a handful of things I would like to mention before I sign off today. 1 out of 3 is grab my new single. I would love for you to have a copy of my single in your inbox. And I would also love for you to be on my newsletter. So you can do both of those things in one by going to sageharrington.com, hitting the top menu where it says Get Sage's New Single. If you click on Get Sage's New Single at sageharrington.com, you can sign up for my email list. And at the same time, when you confirm for the email list, you will get my new single in your email inbox. Oh, it's gonna be so good when you have it. I love it. Okay. 2 out of 3. The second thing I wanted to mention is that I would love to help you bring your ukulele project into the world. I have spots available for my 3-month, it's somewhere in between a ukulele lesson and I'm a ukulele album doula. I'm also a music producer of sorts or arranger of your songs. I would love to set up a 3-month package where we meet weekly and help your ukulele project come into the world. Email me at sage@ukuleleswingschool.com and we will get your all set up. We'll get you all set up. We'll get you all set up. You can arrange to have a call with me and see if we might be a good fit to work together to help bring your project into the world. I would love to chat with you. And the last thing that I would like to once again invite you to do is to sign up for my live stream concert on Saturday, May 24th at 6 p.m. Central European Time. Get your ticket at patreon.com/SageHarrington. I would love to see you there. All right. I hope you have a lovely day, and we'll catch you next week on the podcast. Okay, bye.